Hello, 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 and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Anna Krejci. I am owner and founder of Surroundings Polish Pottery. When we are importing beautiful, unique, one of the kind, and the best to use every day ceramics from Bolesławiec, known in United States as a Polish pottery. So I hope everybody are excited about this evening recipe I am going to make with you. I'm gonna make one of my favorite, the most favorite soup for Wigilia, and mushroom soup. So the mushroom soup, it is one of the easiest soups to make, to prepare, and it is absolutely delicious. As you guys know, if you are following our page, Surroundings Polish Pottery, I post on Monday meaning of mushroom picking tradition in Poland. Mushroom picking is very, very cultural, is very important in our communities in Poland, and is serious. It's really, really serious. So we're on the peak of mushroom season in Poland, and many people, as the weather is turning to cooler, we still have some beautiful sunshiny days here and there, but the evenings are cooler. It is almost time to put sweaters on. You know, it is a good time for good cup of soup sometimes. Good evening, Miss Loretta. So I just gonna wait few more minutes, maybe minute or two, if you guys who are on that feed, if you guys can say hi to me, so I can know you guys see me and hear me well, and if you will be so kind and share that feed with others, that will be fantastic. So as we are gathering, we're gonna be making today mushroom soup. The best thing to get your mushroom soup going, you can make them. You can make mushroom soup two ways. You can use your dry mushrooms, and you can also use a fresh mushrooms if you don't have dry mushrooms. Wild mushrooms are the best. That's the original recipe. And some people are freezing mushrooms. You can use them too. Hello, Joanne. Hello, Miss Sejl-Więta. Witam serdecznie. Hello, hello, hello. So what else you gonna need as well? You're gonna need some salt. About 2 teaspoons of salt. You're gonna need some fresh ground pepper. We will need a parsley, which we're gonna chop. I already cut some onion, so I am not gonna do the lots of cutting, and I kind of spice with the spices I like basil, thyme, marjoram, whatever you like in your soup to bring the flavor. So I have just half of the onion I will be doing with you. We need broth. So I have a container of little bit less than liter, so I'm gonna add little bit water, but what you need a broth. You can make either fresh broth. Some recipes, depends on part of Poland, call for potato soup, like broth with potatoes. You can make them. Some like for Christmas, for Wigilia, we're not using the potatoes, so it is very broad with the mushrooms to drink, very light. You can serve it with noodles. And what I did, and what you should be doing, I pre-soak my dry mushrooms. So let me talk. So that's all. And then you will need some clarified butter for frying the onion and maybe some mushrooms. So let me just, as people are coming, let me just tell you about the mushroom picking. How serious is that business? Very, very serious. So we are wanting for that soup what we call borowiki or porcini mushrooms like. So they smell so wonderful. So this is how the dry mushrooms are. So what people are doing when they are going mushroom picking? Why they are going mushroom picking? Because only between August and beginning of October or mid of October, you can pick the mushrooms in the woods, and then that's it, depends on the season. So as you can see, all those beautiful mushrooms were cut and just flat dry in the oven, on a stove. Some people also put them on a string, and then they are, I could make a string, I didn't think about it, and then kind of hang this above the stove. So that's the borowiki, that's the porcini mushroom. So hello, hello, hello. Who is coming? Who wanna say hi to me? I see lots of people, but I see only 3 comments. And I do also have beautiful mushrooms, podgrzybki. So those are like smallest one, and they are wonderful for sauces. And what I like to do, I like to mix them. So I took a 2 big hands full of my dry mushrooms, and I did, hello Edita, and I did pour boiled water over. So this is my stash for 2 years. Polish mushrooms, and I pour the water and I soak them, and from those and they raised up when you start to soaking them, but now they are nicely soaked. I did it, maybe I put them up at 1 p.m. so good 4 to 5 hours. You can soak them overnight. Some people soak them in milk. So you're gonna need that water, and you're also gonna need the mushrooms too. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start, and I have my broth in here. When I come back from my trip to Asheville, I came with some upper respiratory infections, of course. I feel like making rosół, right? And we make rosół last Thursday at my friend's house. Hello, Monica. That basket's her treasure. Absolutely, that's my holy baskets. Believe me. You can buy right now mushrooms at the stores. You can buy mushrooms at the stores. Those are picked by my mom, so they are very, very precious to me. And lots of grocery stores, even not only Whole Foods, I can see the dry mushrooms available. So they become more and more popular as we're paying attention to it. And then, like I said, it is like porcini, Italian mushrooms, and Utah have a very nice mushrooms supply. Yes, also in Colorado, we were so fortunate. I live in Colorado Springs, Colorado. So just midsummer, about end of June, beginning of August, we will drive just, through the woods, open trunk, and those borowiki were just there. They were just waving and say, hey, pick me. So depends. I hear that Connecticut have very nice mushrooms, and other I think two other states are pretty lucky with those. But you can also use regular mushrooms, and we're gonna go about that. So what we're gonna do, so I have my broth, and I have my broth with a little bit of egg on it. That's fine. You can use any broth. You can use any vegan broth if you like, or you could use chicken broth or beef broth or mix. That's fine. So what I'm gonna do, because I am not gonna have as much of the soup because it's only me and my husband, so I am going, but it's about 1 to 1.5 liters of the broth if you are doing for 4 people family. I have about 1/2 liter of broth, and I have about 1/2 liter of the water from my from my mushrooms. So what I gonna do, I want to show you, I gonna catch all this water which we had soak our mushrooms, and I used one of those wonderful 1 liter jars from Ceramica Milena. So there we go. So I am catching the water. Oh, how lovely. I'm catching the water. And I am going to, I have hot water I just boiled. Because I know I'm gonna need some water, some more water. So I just want to get all the mushrooms from my jar. So jar is nice and clean. We don't need it anymore. All right, we have our precious mushrooms. There we go, beautiful. Let this stand. So we have good liter of in here. This is a nice liter of fluid in here. You know what? I am going to, hold on, I'm going to take a little. I didn't expect this to, this little jar doesn't look big, but it is. All right, so what I am doing next, I'm gonna add my bouillon. I'm gonna, Monica, I know, the best soup ever. I'm gonna add my bouillon to my mushroom water, and we're gonna let this to boil a little bit. Corey, get out. What are you doing in here, Corey? Thank you. Bye bye. I have those little things you see in here. I pour some egg. I make some broth with the egg on, and I knew I am not gonna eat it. I always like to make more broth, so I have at least 1 liter jar for whatever I need, for sauces, for mushroom soup if I like. So I am putting in here, slowly we're gonna cook. There we go. Slowly. All right. Okay. What we're gonna do next is so easy. I'm gonna start my pan as well. So gonna be nice and hot, and I am going to pour a little bit of clarified butter. A little bit of clarified butter. There we go. I kind of coated my pan with olive oil from avocado, because I want this to be nice and hot. And the next we are preparing our onion. So the way I cut the onion, I cut in half. I have in here prepared already, and you know, I came across the net different recipes on the soup, but mine with fry a little bit the onion on the butter and the mushrooms as well. You can skip that, you don't have to do it, but I think it's giving that additional wonderful flavor. So what I'm gonna do, just basically, there we go, the onion is ready, and I can hear it that my pan is starting getting hot, which is nice. We want that pan to be hot. If you have any questions, go ahead. And Monica, what time is in your part of the world? It's so good to see you. So as I am waiting on my pan to be hot, and I'm gonna garnish a little bit with the salt. My broth already is spiced, so I am not worried about too much in here spicing. So I put lots of marjoram in here and thyme. I really like that. So we're gonna start with the onion. We're gonna put onion, yeah, nice and hot. get nice and golden, the onion. And I'm gonna show you, for all of you who cannot get the mushrooms, you will like to get nice, that bigger size of the mushroom packet, and I am and just cut them nicely. There we go. So I have 2 large mushrooms left, so I'm just gonna add them to my soup. But I am lucky, I am very, very fortunate to have taste of my homeland, because that's for Polish person. This is how important the mushrooms are. I am not joking you. This is a huge element of our Polish culture, of our heritage. If you are telling me you do not like mushrooms, or you may not like mushrooms, but you will go and pick mushrooms. If somebody is telling me, oh, I never went mushroom picking, I have to be neither very, very young or not really quite Polish, as Polish you can be if you grew up in Poland. I will go with my dad. We will go for sometimes we stay overnight in the woods. We will prepare, we will make, we have that military gear, like the rain, green rain gear, and we will make tent of it, and we will sleep in the woods. We have no problem. We will take a giant basket, and we have a big stick, and we will carry this in that stick. It's so funny because I read that. Loretta, did you told me that in Michigan is so much mushrooms, and it's pretty comparable when people very that's like a competition. You cannot talk. Is that what you was telling me? And people are putting the mushrooms to cotton Corey out, please, thank you. Putting to the cotton sacks. So no picking, no distraction. In Poland, people are using baskets, and I'm going to show you. I put a nice basket in here. I'm gonna show you. Neither the basket I had my dry, or this. Actually, I was very, very fortunate. More or less in yes. Oh, thank you. Find my mushrooms online. Here's the link. Thank you. That's so cute, Christina. I am so glad I know you. Otherwise, I will. I don't know this link, and I don't know if this is Christina actually. I hope that's Christina, because I have lots of people who sell mushrooms putting links, and I just don't know them. So be really careful with links, all right? So morel mushrooms, okay, and you can make a noise. That's right. So this basket is made of, it's especially hand-picked the willow tree, and this is a willow basket. But you will take a bigger basket, because this is just like for one evening. Maybe for Kurki, for the first one, we call chickens. They are yellow, and we like them to make for breakfast with eggs. So in the morning, the people who live nearby woods will go and pick those Kurki mushrooms. I was picking the wild mushrooms in the forest with my dad when I was a child. Yeah, this was and mom was cleaning them and drying them. So, and then you are so fortunate to have a bag of it like that, or 2 or 3, as few trips. So anyway, and also people are selling mushrooms near the roads, the fresh one, and or bazaars, or on farmers market. Claudia, I had friend that would go to Upper Michigan and go mushroom picking. Oh yeah. So I think this is you see how this is just starting getting glazing, that onion. I'm gonna put the fresh mushrooms in here, and I'm gonna add a little bit of butter, a little more. as and I have just the finishing salt, so I'm just gonna give them a little salt because mushrooms love butter. They soak butter very, very quickly. So if you want to have a nice mushrooms, you really feed them with lots of butter. I am using clarified butter. I clarify my butter. It's an easy process. All right. So the mushrooms, we're gonna leave them for a little bit. And what we're gonna do next, I'm telling you, it's easy. It's so easy. We have a mushroom picking festival too. Oh, you have to tell me about that. And I have to tell you, mushrooms are so, this one is big piece, and this one is that borowik, prawdziwek, portini. The mushroom culture is so, obviously I raised that for my live performance in my kitchen, and it's not quite level. But anyway, it's so serious that we had class in school, in biology, in elementary school, because school start beginning of 1st of September. So end of the school year in June, classes are ending June 24 and starting back in September 1st. The first week and the last week, always you have in biology classes, you have mushrooms. You learn your mushrooms. You have flashcards because there are so many species of mushrooms which you don't want even touch it. And all the culture of mushroom picking, you do not pull them. You want to leave them for the next year for people. I'm not gonna cut all of them because like podgrzybki, the other kinds, they are smallest, they are nice. I just want to give my natural mushrooms, the mushrooms, the white mushrooms, a little bit more of flavor of the wild mushroom. And what I'm gonna do with those, I'm gonna put those to my soup. There we go. Cory, out! Cory, I'm gonna trip over you. So those are gonna go with the other ones. There we go. So really and truly a big effort for children from beginning to know which mushrooms are good, which are not. And it is still, every mushroom season, there are people who are dying from a mushroom poisoning because they just don't pay attention. Sometimes you are walking hours in the woods, and I just gonna stir them very nicely. There we go. Sometimes people are walking hours and cannot really find anything. And in this time when I am talking to you, I'm gonna chop my parsley. You know, it is frustrating, and they are getting, the eyes are getting tired. So if you are not sure your mushroom, and I'm gonna tell you, in Colorado, no, this was in here. Hold on, I am thinking. Oh, okay, yes, this was when we were in Kentucky. Me and my husband have a little cabin across the river in Indiana, near some fishing lake, because we love being outdoors. And was little cabin, and then I was very active with training my German Shepherd. So this was a great wilderness opportunity for training for my dogs, and I love that. So I have people who were there, they know what we are up to, so they love to hide for my dogs, and it was just great. We can take a little boat and go fishing, and it was just nice. It was so low-key, it was really nothing fancy, and that's what I love. And I found the mushrooms over there. Oh my goodness, I felt like I found a gold. I was so happy. My daughter is like, oh yeah, mom found mushrooms. When I am cleaning those mushrooms, I'm so happy. They are like, oh, those are beautiful shinyaki. They are some of the mushrooms. And the good mushroom have solid bottom, like a spongy bottom, right? So and a shinyaki, which is like bruises, have like bruises. When you touch them, the yellow, they turn green. Some people call them bunnies as well. So and I was touching them, and they had the bruises, and I couldn't believe it. I found one of my favorite mushrooms. So I am cleaning them, and then I'm thinking, are those exactly the same mushrooms? And something make me taste it. I'm like, I'm gonna taste from the knife. I just touch with the tip of my tongue, and my tongue was starting getting numb, like tingling. So if you don't know mushrooms, it's fun to mushroom picking, but you have to know your mushrooms. So be very, very careful. Never buy from source which is not legitimate. Just make sure you have the good mushrooms. So if you do not have wild mushrooms, and you can buy at stores, they are pretty pricey. It's about $10 for whatever I use today. It will be like $20 to buy it. But you have warranty. Those are the healthy mushrooms. John, how are you? I was never sure which mushrooms are the good ones. Yes, the bad ones. So I get mine dried at Costco. Oh, so they have dried mushrooms in Costco. That's good. That's good. Yes. So anyway, if you are not sure, just don't. Just don't. But if you know your mushrooms, and I grew up on mushrooms, my grandmother taught me mushrooms, my grandfather taught me mushrooms, the schools taught me mushrooms, and still, you can make mistake. So just be careful. Never ever destroy a mushroom, because this is not the good, because it's poisonous. It's poisonous to human, but they are there for reason. So somebody need them, or something need them, right? Okay, my mushrooms are getting, an onion is getting nice color. I wanted that gold color. And if you want to go vegan, if you want to really go vegan, and you don't want to use even chicken broth, what we have in here, to your water, and you can put that water in the mushrooms, and you can put more butter for some of your mushrooms and onion, and that butter will give you that fat in your soup. So you can do that too. And I am just gonna add a little bit more. And I am going to, I just stepped on my beautiful basket almost. I'm gonna also add clover of clover of garlic in the very, very end of your mushrooms and onion. Like I said, they are recipes when people are just putting everything to the pot and they are done. But that's what we were doing. At that's how my grandma was doing it. My grandmother grew up in Marseille, France. So lots of garlic in our family. My dad's family was from Lviv, now Ukraine. But Polish people, lots of people in Lviv are still thinking that they or feel Polish. They just didn't have a say or choice after World War II when the borders moved. There we go. So a little bit of garlic. So you will find across Poland the same by different recipes. Doesn't mean anyone is wrong. And I am seeing in the Polish groups, like cooking groups, people are getting vicious unnecessarily. So don't ever feel like, something is wrong because or something have to do that way. The fact I am making this way, somebody can make delicious mushroom soup and not use that part. So what I'm gonna do right now, I am going to put all my delish, I know, all my delish in here. Oh, this is so yummy. Stir it. Nice, nice, nice. Nice. And I am going to do something else. I'm gonna put the parch in a second. Hold on. Let me just do something else. Let me just do that. Corey, we're like a witches. Oh no. Now we're gonna put that parsley in here. And what I am going to need, because you can finish, because we're almost done. We're finishing the soup. So as you guys know, this all is precious. Those are precious possessions. Like Sale says, a very, very precious basket, right? So precious possessions. So I just put that broth. I want all the flavor from my pan. I would love to pick mushrooms in Poland. Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, this is so nice. So we are taking all our, little bit more. Oh, my soup looks so beautiful. You see, I have a little bit of egg because I put 2 eggs to my broth. They, you know, the mushroom soup, which we're gonna serve now, is gonna be could be with the broth with a potatoes, but can be served over the pasta, and that's how we're gonna do it. For Christmas, for Wigilia, I like just the broth, so I will just put little bit of cream, and that's it, and call even. And what we are also gonna do, we're gonna put some pepper, fresh ground pepper, as much as you like. There we go. And a little bit in here too. I'm gonna stir it, the pot. Very nice. Delicious. I'm gonna add some salt. And the way we can serve, we can right now add a little bit of sour cream. I am not eating dairy for some time, so I'm gonna prepare 2 different options. One which my husband gonna really enjoy, and one which I will enjoy, but I am not gonna have it. So Monica, I think I will make mushroom soup tonight for dinner. My mouth is watering. I know. Mwah. What time is it, Monica, at your place? What time is it? So I am taking my koziołek and I am going to score 1 nice serving spoon of cream. I'm gonna add it in here. I'm gonna take my koziołek and I'm just gonna mix, 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 mix. This is the part when you can add also a little bit of flour, which I am not gonna use, as I'm not gonna eat as well, but my husband gonna enjoy that, so I'm gonna make it for him. I'm gonna put about half of a spoon, half of a tablespoon of flour on that. Just so it's going to be. Monica, what time? 10 in the morning. That's nice. That's a wonderful way to start day. You're gonna be craving mushrooms all day long. You're gonna have a wonderful lunch. Do you guys have mushrooms in Australia? You know, guys, Monica is all the way across the globe in Australia. So please tell me, Monica, do you guys have mushrooms to go and pick? So good, so good. So I'm gonna show ya. My soup is good. All right, my soup is ready. So that's it. So now I show you how we can serve. So, for me, not for my husband, just for me. And those white pieces, that's my egg, okay? There we go. Yum, yum, yum. This is my dinner. Look how lovely. You can put some very, very nice fresh chop, also dill, if you like. So I'm gonna set this in here, and I don't want to add everything to that pot. I don't want to add that flour, and I don't want to add that cream because I'm not gonna eat it. And I am very possessive of my mushroom soup, so I'm gonna do this in here, and this is gonna be my husband's soup. And really, that soups which are served in a restaurants are very thick. In place of sour cream, hold on, or cream cheese, you can whip good quality of tofu. Oh well. Not in Polish recipe, but I never use tofu, so thank you for sharing that. It's always good to learn something. There we go, very, very nice. So for my hubby, I am going to, I have a very nice pasta, and I like to use pasta which is small for mushroom soup. In the south of Australia, probably. Oh, I'm in the north, so buy jar of Polish dry porcini here. Well, are you lucky you have jar of porcini, because for a long time we haven't had anything in here in Louisville, and finally a larger suppliers like Myers grocery store, they really have nice amount of mushrooms. So this is his pasta. There we go. This is the soup, and very, very beautiful. We're just gonna pull, very creamy. Yum, yum, yum. So good. Oh my goodness. What a dinner. It is just incredible. Smells so good. Smells so good. Let me just try if we need any salt. Oh, homemade pasta for the soup is just an unbeatable. That's great. I'm gonna put a little bit a dab of finishing salt, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is the most delicious mushroom soup ever. I like the bouillon. I like to drink from the teacup during the Wigilia. Not quiet soup, but with the mushrooms, with the mushroom pierogis. Delicious. Oh, this is so good. I really recommend you guys to make it. You just need a little bit of your broth. If you have potato soup, you can use some left potato soup and then get your soaked mushrooms, or put your onion on the butter with your mushrooms if you are not having access to wild mushrooms, and voila, and you have delicious dinner. So you will make without cream. That's just finishing. You can make with cream, or you can make without cream. Oh, this is so good. Smells so good. Let me just garnish this with fresh pepper. and the table is ready to be set. I hope you have wonderful evening. And do I add a bay leaf when making your broth? Yes, I do, an allspice, and also looks absolutely delicious. Thank you. And I wanted to tell you something else, and now it just escaped me. But you know, it is wonderful, wonderful. Is a soup, is a dinner or a lunch. So I hope you guys are gonna give it a try. It's really delicious. I still have some wonderful dried mushroom I will use to make this. Oh, you're very welcome. So tomorrow we have Power Hour at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Using the app, we're gonna have some awesome deals for 1 hour only, maybe hour, and have the longest. So you're very, very welcome, and you guys enjoy your evening, and I will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Power Hour. I just want to remind you to check your notification from the app, because as our phones update, lots of people are not getting notifications. Check if you have set the notifications, and I'm gonna post on the Facebook some guide how to go about it, because neither on Facebook or on an application, I don't want you to miss it, because it is just fun. Thank you so much. Peace, love, and Polish pottery. Bye-bye.